welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Sonia and I would love it if you could subscribe, and if you're not already an existing subscriber, welcome back. So today I'm going to be introducing my second project on my channel. So I don't think I mentioned in my last video, but I'm trying to do my projects at different points of the month. So one at the beginning, kind of one in the middle, and then one towards the end. I think it's just, that's how I like to do it. So if people are just watching my channel for project panning, then they've got a video kind of at each point in the month. That's just kind of how I want to do it as well. I don't want to just kind of start all at once and kind of overwhelm myself, because I'm quite new to this. I know I did it a little bit last year on my channel from about 3 months, but I'm still kind of new to all this, so I want to kind of ease myself in gently. I'm going to be introducing today my project pan. So I have decided I'm going to be doing the rolling 10 project pan. I'll be doing it the whole year and I will always have 10 products in my project. I don't have a lot of makeup in my collection. If you've seen my collection videos, you might think differently, but compared to other people I think that do project pans, I don't have that much, but I have picked stuff out that I think is either older in my collection or something I just want to get used up because it doesn't serve a purpose for me. I'll tell you which one that one is when we get to it. I've picked all the products myself, so let's just get into it. So the first product I want to talk about is this, and this is the Chic Geek Radiant Boost Face Base Primer. So it looks like this. You'll have to ignore my nails. I've just tried to paint them, but they just look atrocious right now. So you'll have to ignore those. This one is my oldest primer in my collection. It is one of my favourites, so I will definitely repurchase this. It just needs to kind of go now. Like I said, it's one of my oldest, and I don't know how long this is going to last if I don't purposely use it up. So we are about here, because I can see through the packaging. So we're not too far, we haven't got too far to go until I finish this. I'll be taking photos for you as well. So in each update we can see kind of the progress, and I will be marking this as well. I love this primer. It combined really well with my other favourite one, which is my Charlotte Tilbury one. But like I said, this is just getting old, so I need to be using it up. So something that was in my project pan last year that I have rolled over is this, and this is the Chic Geek Liquid Skin Second Skin Foundation. So I don't need to mark this one because I haven't used it since my last time, so this is where I'm at. I'm hoping with this that I can either definitely get it out this update, because I've made quite good progress in the previous months, but if not, I definitely want this out by the second update because I don't think there's a lot left. My goal is to try and get it done in the first, because it would be really good to get this out of my collection. It's not one of my faves, it's not necessarily bad either, which is why I've put it in here. I'm not putting anything in my project pan that I really don't like, because I don't want to hate pan because then I'll end up just not wanting to do this project. But this one isn't bad, it's not necessarily my favourite, but I think hopefully by next update, hopefully, fingers crossed, we've got a empty there. So what I will say about this project, stuff in here that I think might take me all year to do. I really want to challenge myself and not kind of make it too easy for myself. I know I'm kind of a beginner at all of this, but still I want to kind of challenge myself a little bit. So maybe the next couple of products I'm going to show might take a little bit longer, but that is perfectly fine. Okay, so the third product I'm putting in my project pan is this, and this is the NYX Matte Bronzer in light. So I've had this one for a while as well, and I don't think I'll be too far off hitting pan on this because I can kind of see the rings. I don't know if I put it this way, I don't know whether you'll be able to see it. This is more of a ready toned bronzer. I personally like that. This used to be one of my favourite drugstore bronzers. I've had this a while again, and I just need to start using stuff up that I've got. And like I said, this isn't necessarily bad. My goal in this is to hit pan. So with the other two that I've shown, those are just to use them up completely. I was going to put usage goal on them all, but I feel like I don't want to do that necessarily at this point in the project with the stuff that I've got. But yeah, so my goal on this is just to hit pan, and hopefully again, we might be able to see pan maybe in a couple of months, hopefully. Okay, potentially this is the hardest product I've put in my project pan, and it is this, and it's the MAC Flare Power Blush. I've had this for a long time and I've used it a lot, and you wouldn't even tell that I'd used it. And I purposely picked this because even though it is something I have used in my collection, I feel like it's definitely something that's been neglected recently just because of the sheer amount of blushes I've got in. So I want to try and hit pan on this. Now this might take me all year. It might even take me longer than that. But if I don't start working on this now, I'm worried it's going to expire, and I don't want that for my products. I don't want to buy something for later to just sit and expire in my drawers. Again, like I said, I'm kind of challenging myself with this project, and this is definitely one of those challenges. It's a really beautiful blush though, and I did actually check the other day, and MAC still sells this blush. It's beautiful. I do really like it. This was actually one of my first higher end blushes, so it's a bit old in my collection. So the fifth product in my project pan is this, and it's the Smashbox highlighters palette, and it's the Spotlight palette in Pearl. I mean, the packaging on this is absolutely stunning, and this is what it looks like. Inside, you'll have to ignore how dirty it is. I just want to use these two because they're the only two that I actually use. The one in the middle, it's a bit dark for me. I mean, I could make it work, but these two are the ones I want to hit pan on. I have good dips in them, but again, I don't want to just assume because I've got good dips in them that they're actually going to not take long. I like this. This is one of my first highlighters in my collection, and I did an inventory at the beginning of 2021 because I really want to kind of start using products in my collection that are a little bit older, because I think if you don't do an inventory, then you kind of don't know how old stuff is. So what I did in my inventory is I put the product, the day I got it into my collection, the day it's leaving my collection, and the price of it. So I know when kind of a lot of this stuff came into my collection, mainly because I have it all recorded on my makeup Instagram, which was really handy. This is definitely the oldest thing in my collection. Still beautiful, still performs well. Definitely more of a kind of subtle highlight, which is perfect for kind of everyday. So yes, I would like to hit pan on the blur of Fuse and Turn It On, which, like I said, is those two. And I'm counting this as one product. Next, we have the MAC lipstick, which was in my project pan last year. I have rolled it across this year, and it is in Brave. I absolutely love this. This is one of my favorite MAC lipsticks. So this is where we're starting off. So I made quite good progress last year in the kind of couple of months I was doing my project pan. So I'm really hoping that this is going to be done kind of in the first half of 2021. I know it's going to still take a while. I'm only going to get to this point here. I'm not going to kind of dig anything out. I'm just quite happy to just kind of get it to that point and then move on. Like I said, I made quite good progress, so I'm hopeful that this will be done this year. And my seventh product again is another lipstick. So this one is in because this is the oldest lipstick in my collection. So this one is still pretty old as well, but this one is older than that one, and it is Elizabeth Arden Rose. This is really beautiful. It's a beautiful colour, different to the other one as well, so it's not going to be too similar. We have quite a lot of product here, and I think this might take me a long time to get through. This still might be in towards maybe the end of the year. I always want to have 2 lipsticks in this project because I have so many lip products that I just want to kind of always be using 2 in this project. I would have more, but then I think I am being a little bit unrealistic about trying to get them finished. So this is, I believe, one of the oldest ones in my collection, and I would just like to get it used up before it goes off. The packaging on this though is beautiful. So the 8th product in my project pan is this, and it is the Urban Decay All Nighter. Now I don't have a lot of this left. This is the product where I just want it out because it's not serving a purpose for me. I don't really get on with setting sprays. Please leave below your favourite setting spray because I haven't found one yet that's really kind of helped with the longevity of my makeup. Please leave below the one that is your favourite because I'm quite happy to try them to see whether they work for me. But unfortunately, this one is nice, but I still don't kind of see any longevity when I don't wear it compared to when I do wear it. So I don't think I've got a lot left of this. Unfortunately, this is one of the products where I can't see anything. So you're just going to have to trust me when I say that I don't have a lot left. And this is only the mini one, which I bought this year. The setting sprays in my collection are not very old. I do have about 3 at the minute, so they'll most probably be in my project throughout the year, but I just want to get this one done and out of my collection. The next product is this, and it's a Ted Baker body spray. So I've got a bunch of body sprays in my collection that I just really need to kind of start using, and I can kind of use this throughout the day when I need a little bit of a top up. So I always wear perfume in the morning. I always put it on, but I think throughout the day I can kind of just keep using this to kind of make sure I'm still smelling fresh and nice, even though we're not going anywhere anyway, but it will be nice. And I just want to start using up my body sprays. So I've got a couple of mini ones like this, and I've got a couple of big ones, and I thought I would just start with the mini ones, give myself a little bit of a chance to kind of get through some of them, and then I'll start bringing in the bigger ones. But again, like I said, I will mark it ready for the next update, but we are pretty much at the top of that, so who knows, I guess it just depends on the progress about how much I use it. And the last product I'm putting in my project pan is this, and it is the Natura Siberica Instant Glow face mask. I am starting to get a lot of face masks in my collection now, so I really want to kind of start using them more. Now, I only do face masks twice a week. This might be in for a while as well, but I want to kind of just start getting some use out of my face masks, especially ones in tubes like this. For like sheet masks and stuff like that, it's only one use, so I can get them out quickly, but with stuff like this, it takes some time and dedication. So I've got a bunch of ones like this, so I wanted to start with this one because this is the oldest one in my collection. Even though I did only get this, I think I got this from Latest in Beauty, and I think I only got it about September last year, but this is the oldest one in my collection. So that is my project pan for 2021. Like I said, it's going to be a rolling one, so anything, because I know throughout I haven't been saying my kind of goal on each of the products, so if there is a pan to hit, that will be my goal. So for example, like the blush, the bronzer, the highlight, them three will be the ones where I want to hit pan, and the rest of the stuff in my project is just to use up completely. So the primer, the foundation, the two lipsticks, the setting spray, the body spray, and the mask, all of those are to be used up. Now, I know in my last project pan I did kind of a short-term goal and a long-term goal, but I feel like kind of for this I'm just happy with just having the long-term goal right now. I'm not saying that I won't bring in kind of usage as the months go on in the project, but for now we're kind of at January. I'm feeling very optimistic, so I'm not going to put any usage goals on anything. I'm just going to try and get some of this stuff moved out of my collection. So I would love to know below if you're doing a project pan, and if you are, please leave a link to your video, because I love watching them, and I'm sure other people that are watching this video would love to watch them as well. I would like to know what you think to the products in my project. Do you think I'm being adventurous? Do you think the goals I'm kind of giving myself are achievable, especially like with the blush? I don't know, but we'll just see. This is kind of what it's about. It'll be trial and error for me about products that I'm going to be putting in my projects as the kind of years go on. Yes, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and it would mean the world to me if you could subscribe if you do not already. The update for this project will be around the same time next month. It might not be the exact date, but it'll be around this time next month. So I would love it if you could come back and kind of check in with me with my progress and see how I'm doing. And until next time, everyone, see you later.